or whatever. What I like to do, the third way is to wrap it around this, okay? Which would mean that you would take this and you would, I usually make about 1 inch long, okay, on the side. And I dropped a piece on the carpet. I'll have to find it later. And then you would take one of these holes here and put it on your wire, you know, let it stick out a little bit. I usually let it stick out about 1/8 of an inch, 3/16, and then I would turn the wire up and pull out. And you'd have yourself a nice little loop like that. Okay? Then when you put it on, you want the loop going the same direction as you're tightening this screw. So this would fit on there like that. See? And then you would tighten that down. But see, I would strip this a little bit longer. This wasn't 1 inch long. I would want to strip it about 1 inch long. Okay? So that at the end, well, let's just leave it the way it was. Okay? And I'll show you what happens if you don't have that long enough. After you get it attached on here, let's there we go. Okay, usually I like to have that end sticking out further. Then I can take my strippers and clamp down on it to get it so it's never going to fall off of that screw. And then I tighten up the screw. Okay, I don't want to just leave it like that without doing that. It's just one last little guarantee when you kind of tighten that and pinch it together on beyond the screw, to where the screw, once you tighten up the screw, you know that's never going to fall off. Okay, so bear with me now. Okay, so I'm gonna just cut this off, and I'm gonna show you some other things. Now, I was telling you there's a difference on 15 amp and 20 amp. Generally, if you're going to see 20 amp circuit breakers, you know that the electrician has run. Do you think he's run any 15 or 14 gauge wire in the condo? No, he's not going to run any of this wire at all, because 14 gauge wire is for 15 amp circuits. It's a smaller gauge wire. This is the 20 amp wire, which is the 12 gauge wire. So everywhere in the condo is running 12 gauge. So I know when I pull that electrical outlet apart, I have a good feeling that this wire is going to be wrapped around the side screw, or it's going to be attached on the side like that. It's not going to be in the back. Now, years ago, why do I know that? Well, years ago, they had this little hole a little bit bigger than that, so that you can run either 12 gauge wire in there or 14 gauge. Now, today's ones, they have this little bit smaller. Here's the 14 gauge wire. I'm having a hard time pushing it in that hole. Maybe if I push and push and push, it might go, but it's not designed to go in here. They did something smart. They thought, hey, we'll fix you. We don't want 14 gauge or 12 gauge wire run into a 15 amp electrical outlet. Okay, that's why. Let me just I'll cut this back off, and I know it's the third one now. And if you ever have a question, you look on there, 10, 12, 14. It's the third one for the 14 gauge wire. 12 gauge wire, it's the second one. Okay. Now, the smaller wire slips right in there. Look at that. It slips right in, see? Now, and I can push it straight in. Uh-oh, I can't, look at that. I don't want it in there. But they do something really good there. They give you an option to get it, to take it out. You take a little screwdriver like this. If you want to pull these out, so let's say you made a mistake, or let's say you're going to replace an electrical outlet and you got 15 amp breakers, and you know the wire is 14 gauge wire, and so when you pull this out of the wall, you've got all these wires on the back. I used to just cut them off and then re-strip them again. You know, but if your wire's not sticking out of the wall very far, the more you cut it, the shorter you get. So there's a little slot right there, just for a small screwdriver. See, it's a slot right below the top holes and right above the bottom holes. See there? You would push on that and then pull on the black. See there? I pushed right in there, and it's like a spring-loaded deal. Okay? Okay? I can do it wherever it is. As long as I pushing on there, get it in there, and this pulls right out. Okay? And you can see there's all kinds of interesting things on an electrical outlet that you might not have known. That's one. And then you might think, well, which side do I put the black wires? Which side do I put the white wires? Well, the white wires always go on the side. See this? Have you ever noticed the left-hand slot is longer than the right-hand slot? Left-hand slot is for the white wires. The other reason I know that, you turn it on the side. See these? These are silver screws. Silver screws are for the white wires. Gold screws, see on this side, they're gold. That's for the black wires. And then there's an interesting little thing on the back. If you wanted to really look at it, there's more wording up in there, and it says hot. Push to hot, and that's meaning you can push on those to get the wire out. And hot means black. The black wire is always the hot wires. Okay? That's for that side. That's for these. This is black. And it doesn't, you know, when you connect one, this side little clip right here connects both of these. So if you only have one black wire hooked up to here, the power is actually going to both sides, because this little thing right here makes it like that. Just this little tab connects this screw to that screw. So does it matter, hey, which side do I put the one of the which black wire do I put on top, bottom? Well, it doesn't really matter for that particular thing. And on the other side, you got the same thing. This thing is connected together with these two side screws, and that the green screw is always for the ground. Okay, and let's look at some other stuff. Well, that it said hot, so I know this is the hot side. This other side, I look, and it says white. Okay, and on lots of electrical outlets now, it even tells you right here, for installation instructions, go to leviton.com//instructions. Well, if you want more information about an electrical outlet, you can do that. Okay, what else is on here? There's even a gauge, a wire stripping gauge. You might think, how far do I strip this? Like if I'm going to push it in the back, okay, let's get the thinner wire out here. Let's say we're using let's say we're going to put this on a 15 amp circuit. We're using the 14 gauge wire. Is this long enough, do you think, to put in there and to get in there far enough or not? Is there well, do you just guess or what? No. Right, look at that right there. It's kind of hard to see. You see it right there? It says, I got to look in the sun here. It says strip gauge. You see that right there? Strip gauge. Son of a gun. I can strip it. Now I can hold it up there like that. And is that long enough? No. I got to go another 1/8 of an inch. So I go another 1/8 of an inch, and I can eyeball that. I'm going to strip that off carefully. And I'm going to look at that, and that's probably pretty close. If I wanted to check, I can hold it right in there. See that little notch right there? I can hold it there, and I can push it in there. That's pretty close. It's still just a hair short, isn't it? So I can strip it a little bit longer. scroll down to electrical and any other electrical things. You can peruse my videos, see what types of things I have, in case you're looking like, oh yeah, I want to replace a regular light switch and put a dimmer light switch in there, or a lit dimmer switch, or a three-way dimmer switch instead of regular dimmer switch, or a light fixture, whatever it is. Look on those, and I might just have what you're looking for. And if I can do it, you can do it. Save your money. Check out my videos and start saving money around the house. See you next time.